Aho, friends. Aho means I see you, I feel you, I resonate with you. Aho. So I've been living for the past 5 weeks here in beautiful Lago de Atitlán, Guatemala. And in many ways, it is very much paradise. But something I've been contemplating recently is the idea of paradise. And I'm seeing, as I stay here longer and absorb the rhythms, I'm seeing that every place that we deem paradise is really a container for this paradox of both abundance and suffering. And I think all places can be both paradise and hell at the same time. I wonder if the locals here who've lived there all their lives see it as the paradise that I do, having been here for only 5 weeks. I wonder if they crave something else somewhere else. I wonder if they long for some of the privileges and indulgences that I've enjoyed in my hometown of Toronto, Canada. I'm reminded of a quote. The grass is, in fact, not always greener on the other side. The grass is greenest where you water it the most. So wherever you go, wherever you find yourselves, carry water. And water your grass. I love this metaphor for the human condition and our idea that if I would only find this or get to this place, I will be happy. Or if I go here, I'll be happy. It happens here, now. Whatever grass you find yourself standing upon. Wherever you are, cultivate that. Nourish it. However, I would add to this quote that I think the world has too many endless green grass lawns, and perhaps we should spend some of our energies watering and nourishing and cultivating food forests. I think more beings could thrive on this planet if we did so. So maybe, wherever you find yourself, cultivate, nourish, and water that food forest. Within and in the environment. So I'm here in paradise, and I also feel called to share some of the many layers of reality. The citizens of Guatemala are taking to the streets today. There are mass protests happening in cities and towns all over the country. They're blocking off highways, roadways, even the borders, because they are fed up. The government here is increasingly corrupt and has been so for a long time despite their best efforts. And the citizens have suffered for many generations, especially the indigenous communities. And so as I sit here in the abundance and energy of this paradise, I also sit with the suffering of its beings. And I realize that they too, they want what we all want, and that is simply to be seen, to be heard, to be valued, to be respected, and to be loved. And something I'm also sitting with here is the infiltration of plastic waste, of soil and water contamination. And I see this as our shared responsibility globally. I don't see a corner of the globe that has been untouched by this problem. The indigenous communities here are so used to eating a banana or an avocado and throwing the peel or the shell back to the forest from where it came. It's part of a cycle, it's harmonious. And their culture has been infiltrated with plastic soda bottles and plastic packaging and all sorts of things that they just don't have the knowledge or the infrastructure quite yet to know how to work with. And so they do what they know. They throw it back into the forest. And I I really do see this as our shared responsibility to look at what sort of footprint we're leaving in our homeland and wherever we go. And how is this impacting this global, universal, interconnected web that we are a part of and we simply cannot separate ourselves from. I'm also wondering, I'm noticing the indigenous communities here redirecting a lot, if not all of their energy towards tourism. And while some would say this is good for the economy, for them to tap into the matrix of the economy, I wonder if this dangling carrot will ever allow them to truly thrive in harmony with the gifts that Mother Nature provides. I wonder this. And as I journey here in paradise, I play, I'm creating, I'm exploring, I'm loving, I'm enjoying, I'm soaking it all in. And that is a big part of the journey. But with that, with the space opening up in paradise, comes a lot of deep inner work. A lot of my shadows are showing themselves. A lot of my samskaras, my deeply entrenched habit patterns, are popping up and revealing themselves in the space created. And so while this journey has been joyful, it has also been difficult, challenging, feeling it all. And grateful for this opportunity to feel it all. And so I think it's important to share that it is not all love and light, that all things arise when the space is created, and that's okay. And so I sit here holding this paradox of sukha and dukkha, joy and suffering. And my hope for you all, as you continue your respective journeys, is that you continue to breathe well, to play well, and to be well.